You're now listening to the podcast for geeks and the stuff they love, where each week we'll talk about everything from anime to movies, games, and prop collecting with the people who create and love it. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Vince.
I'm James.
And this is your Geek Fix.
We're doing kind of a last minute thing here. Decided to do our first episode of the day. We always record these in a group. In this case, we do about 4 within a day, so a couple hours worth that we'll sit down. And each one's about 30 minutes. Also, we have to keep it short because the other thing I didn't mention to the guys is I found out there was some problems after our last live stream with being able to port things over to the new channel, which now is going to work fine. Although there's also a time limitation, which that first live stream was a little bit too long for.
Oh.
And then there's also I didn't set up things so that the music that we normally use could be used over there and stuff. So right off the bat, I got some copyright things on myself technically. So I just had to go through and fix some of those. So as of this week, we're going to start having episodes that will be appearing over that on that channel. And also if you have a device, I listen to us on, I think it comes through actually on Apple Podcasts when I play it from my car, even though I don't use Apple devices. I think it always says from Apple. But at the same time, I do it through my Amazon account. Have you guys ever listened to it just online, just through the streaming services?
Not streaming like podcast service, but I have like rewatched some of the videos like here on YouTube.
Like on YouTube itself, yeah. Which, by the way, since we started doing the podcast from the very beginning, when we first started doing it, YouTube didn't have a podcast category or the podcast setting. And what's funny is I never had to set that up. Somehow they just auto figured it out and put them into that. So we've had, I think we were one of the first probably to have that for that very reason. So just one day, all of a sudden, it was in that category and it was being saved that way. So anyway, yeah. So if you whatever you listen to it on, if you're talking to your Google device, your Siri, your Amazon account and things, and you say, oh, hey Alexa, or however you say it, Alexa, play blah de blah, your Geek Fix podcast. We will have those episodes that will still be coming through on there. So that doesn't move anywhere itself, whereas the other will actually move sites. I actually pay for it to be, that is something I already do pay for, is for us to have an archive of these podcasts that you can listen to on those streaming services. And it is on every streaming service right at the moment. So yeah, be aware of that. And of course, we've had things that have happened since we were last here. Part of the reason we haven't met for a little while, I think it was right after we last did the streaming is when I went on the cruise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. So I had all these problems that I think I mentioned in the last live stream, which is why it had been a while and I hadn't posted anything. And went on this cruise. I did post a few videos just before the cruise. One of them's done pretty well, laser related. And then, which I will be releasing a video on this cruise. It's on one of those magic cruises where they have like performers and stuff like that. There was a juggler who, I'm calling it the Deadliest cruise. This is the Deadliest cruise. We had a juggler who's juggling these balls. One of them comes down on top of his head and nearly knocks him out.
Okay.
We did the steepest zip line in the world. We did all sorts of things that were kind of crazy. And then on the final day, on my birthday, this final day of actually cruising on my birthday, I got heat exhaustion, or at least that's what I thought I had. And then and competed. I went to competitions, made the finals for the karaoke.
Oh, wow.
And I was determined to go do karaoke. So we're like packing me in ice and stuff to keep me cool, bring down my temperature, because I had a 105-degree temperature.
You were too hot for karaoke.
I did, yeah. Well, I made it. I did go. I sang in people's faces, and then that night we figured out that it wasn't heat exhaustion. It was COVID. And so, anyway, yeah, it was a pretty. Which, by the way, if you have COVID and you're still on the ship, it gets real messy, especially if you're going to a port like we were. We were going to Puerto Rico, which has restrictions on letting people come onto the island. and then you can't stay on the cruise, and so people have to pay a lot of money to like get life flighted, basically. So yeah, it was kind of a crazy situation, and then that COVID stayed with me. And last week, even I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk. I was coughing like constantly, so I've got a lot of fluid. That's what also right at the moment to keep me going. But here we are. We have made it again, and regardless for this channel, also during that time, I have filmed about 16 hours worth of video, and all those videos are coming out over these upcoming weeks from the half-scale Iron Spider and Darth Vader, which are looking pretty awesome. And then you guys want to, I had to show you the Darth Vader. I've got the whole top part of Darth Vader, like the bust of him. And everything lights up. I have the chest part too. And then, and then I've got the Millennium Falcon and stuff. That's the fanhome stuff, which I have an announcement for. I'll make 2 announcements during this so people know about it. But, and then I also finished up the Star Trek, the tricorder video. The issue that I had with that had to do with the BBC. I've had letters going back and forth with them, and I think, did I share that with you guys? I show you the emails that they've been emailing me.
Not the email. Yes, the video.
The BBC's the worst, man. They are. It's actually this channel, or it's actually this podcast that I found out how bad they are, because you remember we did a Doctor Who clip. We talked over it. It was short. We had no audio that we shared from it. And after it went live, BBC sent a DMCA on it. Luckily for these podcasts, for that very reason, I tend not to monetize them. And which is part of the reason why we're also moving this over to the other channel, so we can have a little bit more freedom in doing things without people trying to do crazy stuff to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to use the clip of Dragon's Den when Chris was on it, and they're like, thanks, but no, because you have to be, unless you are an official channel, like an actual, like a TV channel, we don't let people share stuff, and outside the UK.
Okay.
And I was like, so I had to go through all sorts of stuff, but got that all worked out and stuff. So I got that coming out. We got the giant, whatever it's called, from Star Wars. We got a Star Wars thing that's coming up, and where I show how to take your old Mattel and Hasbro figures, the large ones, the 12 inchers, and turn them into what look like Hot Toy level figures and stuff like that. So, I mean, I've been doing stuff. I've just been not feeling the best for doing it, basically, until now.
It's still very productive, though. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to stay on top of it. And going back to, I did say there's a special announcement. So the announcement is this, and I got to look on my phone to get all the dates right. So at the end of this year, I will be a few places. If you are, because I'd love to be able to meet some people. Oh, it's so strange. I might have them all missing now. But at the same time, here we go. I will be, the first thing will be in October. Fanhome has again invited me out to, I can't find it. Anyway, has invited me out to New York City Comic Con. So I will be in New York City. Those are kind of whirlwind trips. Because literally, like, I will fly there one day, I'm there the next day, and then I fly back the next day.
Jet set life.
So I'll be there for a day. I'll let you guys know what day that is. I think it's the 8th or the 9th. No, it's the 9th. I think it's the 9th that I will be there, which is the first day of Comic-Con. So if you are going to be there at New York City Comic-Con, which last year there were several people that were, and I somehow missed them. And it was funny because I was trying to work with Jacques the Whipper at the time. And he probably would have been in that video if I would have known. We were literally emailing back and forth. I didn't know that he was going to be there. He was actually there. And so we missed each other on that. I probably could have had him in that video for Indiana Jones. But anyway, and then the month after that, November, I will be in LA 1 week. And I'll be going to a few places that week. I'll be going to a prop store. Finally, I'll go in person to a prop store thing. These guys have been, but not me. So I'm going to go do that. I'm also going to Sideshow toys. I'm going to be able to see some stuff that they have there, including
not Vinz, Sideshow Bob.
Well, they're one of the big things that they're selling is a full scale R2D2 working.
Yeah.
Is their big thing that they're doing right at this moment. So I'm hoping to see that too on there. And then
bring a couple of them with you if you like.
Yeah. I don't. They're not giving me one. I just.
Okay.
But I do know this. Yeah, if you've been looking at that, looks pretty cool. Then where's the other places I'm going? I'm going to a few places like that though. And I know there's several of you that I've hooked up with before out in LA. So this is again an opportunity to be able to see your stuff. I do want to see your stuff. And then the week after that, literally that next week, I'll be in Good Springs and they're out there in Las Vegas with James. We'll be in the south end of town this time so we can get back and forth and hopefully dress warm. If you are going and you have not been before, first year, I didn't think it was cold, but holy flip. Last year was like not even a little bit cold. It was so cold last year. It's funny because Chris isn't really much of a cosplayer guy, and then also one day he's got like gloves and a jacket on. I'm like, "Whoa, did you decide to cosplay?" And I guess he got so cold that he went over to one of the booths and bought people stuff from them, so they have gloves and things to stay warm. And honestly, if we didn't have the VIP pass. That's where all the heaters were. Oh, it would have been brutal. But at any rate, so yeah, if you're going out there, be sure to hook up with us. It is hard. They said I was part of we have a couple people, Connor's one of them, that have a Discord group that we participate in, and I got to talk to some people recently about the events, and they're anticipating 9,000 people showing.
Oh, wow.
Which last year they were right when they said over 6,000. So they're probably right this time too. So, I mean, it's not going to be easy to find people there. So it does.
You won't see me at least. That's for sure.
We'll figure out a way to, this time it's going to be a hologram. It'll be a hologram of
but we still have the bubble hat, right? Somewhere.
Do you still have it? It was in every location at Good Springs.
Yeah,
it went to the school. The school was weird. That was an interesting event. We thought about leaving it behind, but the problem is it would have been probably thrown out with all their other stuff that got left behind. I haven't looked to see if there's 13 chats. It looks like
Connor's in chat saying that there is another Good Springs event next Saturday. So if anyone is interested in doing that as well.
Very cool.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Connor. He's kind of the one that knows everything about about all this stuff. So it's been helpful. I appreciate the Discord that he set up because honestly, yeah, literally I was getting some posts even this morning from there. So it's good to have information. If you like an information source, he's a good one for that.
That's the one.
Anyway, but yeah, so those are some of the things that have been kind of going on. The plan is that we will be, this will be hosted, and all the episodes that we're going to be filming today after this. So we're only doing this first one live stream. The other ones will be recorded, and then will be shared across the upcoming weeks on our other channel. So kind of watching those. It's 14. Okay. So yeah, and I mean everything from Commodore to recycled props to Minecraft are things that we're going to be doing some kind of hopefully go well episodes on that we'll be doing just today. And then I don't know, maybe hopefully we'll be able to get together more often pretty soon. It's just we all have crazy lives. And so
we do.
And I noticed I think a lot of podcasts have really been struggling lately and staying going unless they've already kind of big. But at any rate, so
we just keep on going.
Yep. We just keep on trying. Oh, the other cool thing that happened last week while I was sick, that's kind of related. We kind of teased it, I think, back in the day. I traveled 2.5 hours last week to Omaha, Nebraska, to be able to go see the Karate Kid Legends. Have you guys seen it yet? It was really good. I was genuinely happy with it. It's a little I think it's a little too compact at the second half. So it kind of feels a little bit rushed. In fact, they even make comments on it because they're like, "You got 1 week to learn karate," kind of thing, And then they're flying.
We saw Neo do it.
Stuff. Yeah. So I will be in that video. Well, at least the current plan is I've got some people involved in things, and I'm going to be doing some karate and kung fu in it, but that are kind of comical. But I hope that Sony's okay with those people. If not, I'm going to have to figure out a way to release those separately because they're kind of nice collaborations that I did that should be pretty hilarious at the same time.
Got Jackie Chan involved.
I mean, those are the major
frantically
things
Googling.
Are you? You're trying to figure out who... Yeah, don't say it out loud, though, when you find it.
I won't find it.
Yeah, it'll be pretty funny. But yeah, right at the moment, I did film the intro to that video, and we're literally just waiting on the people that were involved in making it. Sony Pictures, even though we kind of, we have that collaboration stuff that Vinz helped us get, that doesn't mean that the people that they hook us up with are like forced to or obligated to do anything.
I mean,
so they're kind of like, okay, now it's in this weird area. And the way that we do those now, or at least this one, is literally I have to submit stuff in advance. If you watched our last interview that we did with Sony people, we filmed like twice as much as what I think we were allowed to share in the end. And it was like weeks of me cutting and cutting and cutting. They kept on coming back and saying, now remove this, now remove that. So this one, it's literally, I submitted and because one of the people speaks only Chinese. So I had to submit questions in advance, and then they'll respond.
Don't know who that one is then, I guess.
Well, it's not. Jackie Chan can speak English.
No, I know.
But at the same time,
exactly.
I wish it was Jackie Chan. Oh, that was the main reason why I wanted to do it.
Yeah,
so I wrote them like the end of last year and started this whole process. But I don't know. I wish it was. That would be that probably would be my final bucket list item right there.
Now you got Jan Jackson.
Yeah,
his alter ego.
The Timu knockoff of Jackie Chan's with the Z.
Oh,
yeah. That's gonna be coming out. There is something else. And also. So like I said, we are going to be doing some things at the actual event for the Good Springs event and participating in some of the, what do you call them, panels. And one of the things we'll be doing is showing the first scene of our movie. So yeah, if you've been wanting to see it, that would be the place to see it probably a year before it comes out. I wanted to release it this year, but honestly, it's just one of those things because I am trying to work with some people, a couple of whom I think would be really fun to have inside of these that I admire. So, at any rate, so that's that. We'll see what happens with that. But on the flip side, yeah, we'll be showing that. We'll also be showing the full version of the commercial that kind of mentioned in the last live stream that Bethesda is allowing me to do without having to edit it, things like that. So.
The uncensored version with additional body parts.
It's the it's the director's cut of that. But at any rate, so yeah, we'll be doing that, doing some other fun things. Oh, I'm also going to go to. I also have some video that I've never released that I think I'm finally going to release. Some urban exploring that I did last year in August of last year. That's pretty crazy. An entire town, actually, ghost town.
The Bigfoot woman, or did you already release that one?
I haven't done the Bigfoot one either, and I filmed that years ago.
Yeah.
I should probably release it. Although, see, part of the reason why I was holding off is I thought it would be really cool to go to the conference that they have every year, which is the national in the United States. If you hear of a Bigfoot conference, the Bigfoot conference is held where I live.
Oh,
and it's done by this lady that's part of the thing that we did the video on. And I just thought it'd be interesting to show because thousands of people show up for this thing. And I thought that'd be a good way to close it out. But every year I'm gone. So this year I was on the cruise. Every year I'm gone when they hold it. So it's like, oh man, well, so I guess I'll wait till next year. And all of a sudden,
Bigfoot shows up whenever you're gone. We never.
That's right. Yeah, Bigfoot's just like there.
That's just you.
She is. There is some funny stuff. There's one of my favorite things is she said she has these pictures of all these trees. They're like laying like this that have been shown across Nebraska. There's a couple things. And she says, yeah, this is the way that the Bigfooters, how they identify that they're basically, single and out there, right?
Oh, wow.
That they're okay, that they're ready to hook up.
And
they said, so it's like Tinder for literal Tinder. Yeah. And anyway, but yeah, so yeah, anytime they see trees, they're like, there's where Bigfoot hooked up. I don't know.
Only feet.
Kind of funny.
Sorry about it.
That's funny. Woo. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
They do. I mean, what other kind of thing could they be interested in?
I
I guess.
know.
But anyway,
I bet. What's the name again? From just
they're what was the other thing I was going to say? Can't remember now. Anyway, that threw me off too much.
I bet Quentin Tarantino will be visiting though.
Yeah.
At the Big Feet convention.
Yeah. How dirty the feet are.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other thing, there's a few movies that are coming out pretty soon that are revisiting kind of old geeky stuff, or new, including Spaceballs and stuff. They're making new Spaceballs, things like that. And so we'll probably be talking about a lot of those over these coming months, but also we need your help because next time, not today, but the next time that we go filming, we're going to do an episode about our favorite episode. I know what my favorite episodes are. I actually have to tie it down. There's a couple. I re-listened to a few recently. Yeah, but there's a couple that are my truly favorite ones. One of them was the one that we did, the anime one.
Oh yeah.
And so the Riverside, which is the service that we use for filming these, they released this little thing where you can do a short using one of your clips, and then it converts it automatically using AI, I think. So it did an anime version of us talking about the anime. Yeah.
And
so I'll release that in a short also on the other channel I should say, if you're watching this on that channel, on the podcast channel. So again, it's Your Geek Fix podcast on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed to it, please do. And then you're going to be getting videos over these upcoming months. Pretty much at the beginning of the week, for the first portion of the week, I think I'll have old videos that are some of our favorites, rather than re-releasing all the videos.
Yeah.
And then on Saturdays, we'll release, or Fridays, one of those two, I'm trying to decide. We'll release the next episode, the newest episodes that we've recorded. And so then you kind of have something to listen to throughout the week as well.
Just in case you're bored.
Yeah. Just to kind of fill in the gaps and stuff like that. But once again, just so you know, we have a separate channel, Your Geek Fix podcast. Go over there, subscribe to it. If you're already on there watching it, we appreciate it. Make sure that you like and comment. Let us know what your favorite episode was. That's what I was going to say as far as like helping us out. I'll watch for those comments, and then we'll be sure to include you and your favorite clips or favorite shows from the past. that we've done as far as from the podcast. And now keep in mind, I know probably a lot of you are going to be commenting that your favorite one was we had a couple that talked about Pit Boys. Some of them might have featured you in it, actually, because we started featuring a lot of people, and I still get a lot of people submitting things to me. We'll probably start, sharing some of that again, things that you share. So if you got something you're working on and you want us directly, you do have to let me know that you're okay with us showing it, or you have video and things you want us to release. I need your permission to show that.
So we can laugh at you.
So feel free. Yeah. So we could go pay only fee. So anyway, so make sure that you let me know. That's at now using still though the Your Geek Fix email. So yourgeekfix@gmail.com. Let us know if there's something that you have that you want to share with us, and we look forward to seeing it and to seeing you in person at some of these events later on this year. Again, in October at New York City Comic Con, in November in LA, and also in November at Good Springs in Nevada. So thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. And with that, have a good one.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and want more, stay tuned for that. But also check out our channel, join the community on YouTube that goes by the same name, Your Geek Fix. Be sure to check out Vinz on Twitter at MassiveDMG_ and on his YouTube channel, MassiveDMG. Check out James at Mr. Malto4 on Instagram and the Replica Prop Forum. We also want to hear from you, so be sure to send your questions, stories, and other projects to yourgeekfix@gmail.com. In the meantime, this has been Your Geek Fix.